Oh, hello again. Welcome back to another fly tying video. I've already tied a hopper, so now I'm going to tie something that's really a lot of fun to use, especially during the summer when the bugs start coming off, is your basic beetle. Okay, this can be done in numerous different ways. This is just a pattern I use. It worked great. Okay, so first off, you're going to use a dry fly hook. So I'm using a Mustad or whatever brand you want. This is a size 14 dry fly hook. Okay, it's an R30, I think it's called, size 14. But anyway, any dry fly hook will do. So you want to get your dry fly hook here, the hook and the vise. Get one out here and make tankers today. Okay. Alright, get your hook and the vise. Alright. Thread, just basic black thread, all you're gonna need, you know. Not too many materials for this fly. I mean, there's some, but not a whole lot. Again, start out black units, red, 6/0, okay. Start on your hook. I forgot one thing. One thing I forgot. Okay. All right. We're back now. Okay. First things first, start your thread probably, well, eye length to her back. Okay. It's kind of where we're going to fold over the foam, and I'll show you here what I'm going to do. Okay. Again, this is one time you definitely don't want to crowd the eye. For this one, bring it back a little bit further than the top of the shank of the hook. Bring it back a little bit further on the bend. Okay. Cut the tag. Right. You can use any color of foam for this. Your basic beetle, want black foam. Okay. Closed cell foam, or not closed, I think it's open cell. I believe it's open cell foam. Yeah. Just take some out. It can be 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, whatever you want to use. When you cut this stuff, use a pretty hefty scissor. Okay, like if you're gonna use, especially because foam, will dull your scissors pretty quick. Use something you'd use for hair, stuff like that. Okay. The width, you're gonna be guesstimate probably about the width of the hook gap. Cut a pretty decently long piece. Okay. All right. Right here, just a piece of foam. All right. Trim the back till it's almost like a point. Okay. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna tie this in back here. Okay. All right, tie your foam in. All right, get it nice and snug. Okay. All right. Now, next thing you're gonna do is just watch. Just watch and it'll catch your thread on that hook point, because hook points are incredibly sharp. All right. Next thing you're gonna do. Again, this is totally up to you. You can use just a dubbing for an underbody. You know, whatever color you want, whatever color you beetles in your area. I mean, it's just your basic one. But mostly I use is, again, peacock herl. Between peacock herl, pheasant tail, turkey tails, that's probably like the three biggest materials you're going to be using. All right, take 2-3 strands, of course. All right, clip off the tips. All right, come back. Tie this in. All right. Tie it in. All right. Again, wrap the thread around. Okay, and this is what is called the underbody. This is basically what the fish is going to see underwater. And again, I don't know what it is about peacock herl, but it drives them absolutely insane, and they love this stuff. I think it's just the way the black and stuff, everything reflects with the little barbules and everything. It's pretty cool. So, all right, just wrap that in there. Okay. Trim off your excess. Kind of run your, just to make sure everything's caught, everything's secured. Again, don't stop too much further, okay? Now, you're going to bring your foam over. What you do, you kind of pull at the same time you catch this. So, just a loose wrap, pull, tighten down. Pull, tighten down. It will spin on you sometimes if you don't watch. So, okay. All right. There you go. Now, you're going to kind of leave that there for the time being. Okay, just for the time being. Now you're going to want to tie in some silly legs. Again, you can tie in whatever your heart desires. I mean, I'm just going to tie some yellow ones to give it, a little bit of a contrast. So just so you know, you're going to have to be tying an indicator on this, because once this lands on the water, it is extremely tough to see. That's why we put the indicator on. So basically take this, and there's different methods of doing this. I just take it, split them in half, okay? Tie on the one side, okay, go on. Tie on the one side, get that there. Okay. Snug it down a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. There's one side. Okay. Now I'm going to do your other side. Sometimes you have to tilt the vise towards you just to make sure you get it in the right spot. Bring it around. Catch it. Come on now, catch it. There we go. Catch it and get it to where you want it, Get it to where you want it, All right. Now, you're going to want again, indicator. Okay, something that's going to show up on the water. You can see it. Okay, something contrast with the black. I use you can use your pink antron if you have it. I have just pink or yellow foam. Okay, not a whole lot. Just something to just to make it like a little post, basically, which we will trim off. I will show you that here in a minute. Okay, so you get that post, okay. Tighten it down. Take a couple more times. Post secured, okay. All right. Okay, get your legs to where you want them. All right. Now you want to bring your thread, kind of peel this back. Bring your thread up in front of the eye. Create almost like a little dam, just to kind of prop that foam up a little bit. Okay. All right. Once you got that, bring a whip finish tool in. This is where you kind of have to be a little bit good with being ambidextrous with your fingers. Okay. Bring it in. Whip finish it. Okay. All right. Bring that out of there. Okay. Let's do that. Clip the thread. Okay. Now, we need to do some trim work. First things first, you're going to trim this part. Okay. This again, you want to pull. Hopefully I can show this. Pull on that foam cut. When you pull on it, it kind of, I don't even see this now. It made like the front of the, let me trim this part here first real quick. Trim that off. It made the, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is, it rounded it. So when I pulled on and I cut it, it like, because I have tension on the foam right here, it kind of rounded it in a way. And you can even come in and round it even more if you want. If you want. And you want to make it, like I said, a little bit on the round side. So, got that. Got the body trimmed, the legs trimmed. Okay. Now I want to put some, just some cement, add cement. Put some here in the middle where the indicator is. Let that kind of soak down in. Okay. Put some like here on the bottom where the threads are. And even in where the legs are. Just to make sure that is secure. One side. Okay. Other side. All right, excuse me. All right. Now, last thing, trim your legs. And this is all entirely up to you, personal preference. You want to leave them long? Awesome. Don't want to leave them long? Awesome. Want to short them up? Pretty good. That's fine with me. It's your fly. You do whatever. Take the back ones. Trim. Take the front ones. Again, all personal preference. Again, if they look a little bit too long to you, come in. A little bit of a haircut, or a little bit of I guess a leg cut, you want to call it. Trim them, to where you want them. Okay. I said, when these land, they kind of land with a little ploop in the water. That's what really, really attracts the fish. That little, because this is supposed to be like an ant or a bug that is basically falling off of a tall grass by the stream side, and they fell in the water, and that's where they get, where the fish get the food. These are awesome, especially these in grasshoppers are great sources of protein because they're a bigger bug for the fish to eat. So once you get that done, that is your finished beetle. And again, there are multitude of different recipes, ways you can do it. This is my basic version. I've caught fish in this just about everywhere. Even if you want to take and kind of float or put a nymph in behind it, tie it off the bend of the hook, do a hopper dropper. Just make sure the nymph is kind of on the tiny side because these will get drowned very easily. But I hope you enjoyed the video. That is your basic beetle. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Please leave comments. And tight lines, everybody.